Yo, 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 what is up? What is up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, from wherever it is you are tuning in from. Yes, we are here. It's the other doubleheader in the UCL Champions League, or the UCL game, because UCL is already UEFA Champions League, between Bayern and PSG. Yes, the second leg, the first leg, which was so epic, was a Champions League classic. Never have we had 9 goals in a first leg of any semi-final of any season's Champions League football. So yes, let's hope that this second leg is gonna be, don't say more exciting, but at least similar to how the first leg went. But I don't think it's gonna be that end to end. I think today maybe teams are gonna be a little bit more uh, uh, study at the back, and of course setting up shop, and of course whatever they have they are gonna preserve. So it's the game between Bayern and PSG, and of course whoever wins gets through to the final, where Arsenal awaits. Arsenal, the team that won their game yesterday against Atletico Madrid, waiting for the winners of this game. And of course these are the two heavyweights. Of course, either one of these two teams that make it to the final has actually been hotly tipped to win the Champions League, simply because of how they are performing. But we shall see. But of course, one of them has to get through first. And of course, the lineups that have been selected by the respective managers are: for Bayern, we've got Noah, Stanisic, Ta, Pamecano, and of course Lima. Yeah, Bayern going back to their usual back four, or other back five. Then Kimmich and Pavlovic in midfield, and of course Musiala just ahead of them, because Gnabry is out for the season. Then of course Olise on the right, Luis Diaz on the left, and of course Harry Kane through the middle. As for PSG, the holders, yes, Sofanov, Zaire Emery, Marquinhos, Pacho, and Mendes. There is no Hacham Hakimi today. Hakimi is actually out for at least a couple of more weeks. He's nursing a hamstring injury. So, of course, Zaire Emery moves to the right back position. Oh, yeah. Actually, in the first leg, he did play in midfield. And then, of course, in midfield, we've got Vitinha, João Neves, and Fabian Ruiz. Yes, that is actually PSG's best midfield. That's a midfield that they normally go to. And then, of course, Due. Then, of course, Kvaratskhelia and Dembele, the ever-present guy for PSG, and of course also the current Ballon d'Or winner. And of course that is normally a very, very fluid back, rather not back but front three. So that's the team that both managers have selected. Let's hope that it's gonna be enough to see them through. And of course game is gonna be starting in a few. Both teams are already in the tunnel, of course trying to making their way almost onto the pitch. And of course, for the subs, we've got for Bayern, we've got Ulrich and Obrig rather. And then, of course, Urech, Alfonso Davies, Ito, Kim Min-jae, Guerrero, Bischoff. Oh, Carl is back. Nice. Goretzka. And, of course, Nicholas Jackson. The guys who are unavailable for Bayern are Kyla, Santos, Gnabry, and Wisdom Mike. As for PSG, the holders, Vino, yes, Bilal, of course, Marim, Zabani, Beraldo, Luca Hernandez, Dro Hernandez, Kang Lee, Sani Mayulu, Bradley Bacola, Gonzalo Ramos, Brahim Baye. And then, of course, the guys who are unavailable are goalkeeper Chevalier, Acha Makimi, as I earlier mentioned, and of course, Quintin rather, Chano. So those are the guys unavailable. So let's hope that this is going to be an exciting semi-final as it was in the first leg. Yeah, of course, like I said, I don't expect it to be gang-ho as it was in the first leg. I do expect maybe both teams to be a little bit more cagey, and of course try and set up shop rather, and of course defend, not really defend for long periods, but of course for a PSG perspective, I do expect them to be a little bit more cagey than they were in the first leg. And of course for Bayern, their defense was also all over the place in the first leg. At some point, they were taking the lead, and eventually they actually were actually losing 5-2. But somehow they managed to score two quick goals in the second half to reduce the arrears. So I don't know whether that crucial goal for Diaz is gonna be very necessary for them in this second leg. But of course, these are two teams that want to play football. It's not like the KG affair that we witnessed yesterday between one Haram manager and another in Simeone and of course, what's the name of this guy? Arteta. So these two teams, I think, are gonna go for it. Many people had said that this is actually should have been the final because the way these two teams are set up, two teams that honestly want to play and of course go on the front foot. So anyway, we will see. We will see what happens. We will see what happens. Of course, let's hope it's gonna be an exciting fixture. Yes, I think the game is a little bit delayed because in fact, it was also a little bit delayed last week, yeah, especially at this hour, the game should have already kicked off, but right now, the players are just in the middle talking to the referee, of course, exchanging handshakes, and of course, for the coin toss. But we're all about ready to start as soon as this is done. And also, make sure, guys, you are liking the video and subscribing to the channel if you are not already subscribed. If you're out there and you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you do so. Help us at least get past get to 1,000 subs. Yes, be part of the journey as well. Yes, help us unlock memberships on the channel so that at least that feature can now be available. And of course, you can also be part of the Vinskey Valor football community here, where we dissect games in real time, and of course we make sure that of course we give everybody a shout out. If you don't a shout out, of course you'd let me know. Of course I'll give you a proper shout out. We are just about ready to start, guys. We are just about ready to start. Bayern are gonna kick us off as usual in their all red jersey, while for PSG all black jersey, and we are off. We are off. The second semi-final is underway, and of course Arsenal awaits the winner in the final. It's picked up by Kane. Intercepted by Mendes. Mendes coming forward. João Neves. This is Doué. Doué into Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery back to Doué. Is Marquinhos. João Neves. Yeah, Bayern are gonna try their level best to deny PSG the spaces like they did in the first leg. Because in the first leg, Bayern actually controlled the game, actually keeping the ball well, of course, shading it in possession, but they just couldn't convert all the chances that they had in the first half to goals. Because Bayern actually had very, very good chance. In fact, if you look at the Bayern's XG in that game, it was actually way better than PSG's. But PSG's were just a little bit more clinical. This is back to Noah. Noah hoofs it clear, looking for Luis Diaz, headed by Zaire Emery. Kane is beaten to the ball. It's cleared by Jonathan Tah. It's Diaz. I can clearly see the way PSG are trying to compress the space and, of course, deny any kind of space that Bayern are going to have. And they turn it over. It's picked up by Fabian Ruiz. This is Kvaratskhelia. Doué. Was he fouled? No, he wasn't. It's picked up by Olise. Is he fouled? Nope, he was not fouled. Get up, Olise. Get up, Olise. It's Marquinhos. It's João Neves. Yeah, for PSG, what they normally do, I think, for their back four, they normally like to play a little bit wide, while their wingers rather more or less come inside. And of course, they are in behind here. Kvaratskhelia into the box. Kvaratskhelia, the goal! Moussa Dembele! PSG won! Oh my goodness, it has all started again. Wow, PSG, bro. Look at that, man. I was just saying that they normally know how to stretch the opposition and, of course, create overloads. And that's exactly what they did. They stretched the Bayern, not the defense, but, of course, the midfield. And of course, they managed to play a wonderful 1-2. Fabian Ruiz into Kvaratskhelia in behind. I don't know where Lima was, all over the place. Kvaratskhelia, wonderful pass into the box. Dembele with an awesome venomous shot into the back of the net. So, of course, PSG have taken the lead, man. In the first leg, it's actually Bayern who took the league. But in this second leg, it's actually PSG who have taken the lead. What a finish, man. What a finish, man. Eish, this team, man. This team. PSG. Oh, sorry, it's not Saka. I don't know why I'm writing Saka. It's supposed to be Dembele, man. Why am I writing Saka? Apologies for that, guys. Apologies for that. Anyway, it's 1-0. 1-0. It's now PSG leading 6-4 on aggregate. That means Bayern will have to score 3 clear goals. Actually, to have to win by 2 clear goals for them to progress now. Oh, man. Anyway, just simply one of the best attacking passages of the game where Bayern other PSG were able to move the ball from just actually it was 2 passes from Sofanov into Pacho into Marquinhos into Fabian Ruiz. Then Fabian Ruiz, of course, unleashed a pass in behind the Bayern defense. I don't know where Lima was. Sorry, Stanisic. Stanisic is the one who's playing on the right. And just like that, PSG were able to open up Bayern so easily, man. Ish. Steam, huh? And for PSG, this has to be their time. Honestly, this has to be a time. And you know what, by the way? If they do make it to the final and play against Arsenal, yeah, I don't see any world in which Arsenal win that game, honestly. But anyway, stranger things have happened because this team, man, knows how to press. You have to be on your game, guys. This team presses for 90 minutes. Unless they've got the game secured, man, they are always pressing, man. They are always pressing. And with the first attack of the game, they managed to get the goal there. This is Lima cuts inside into Olise. Oh, man. You can clearly see PSG are the ones that have the desire. PSG clearly in this game have the desire to go forward. And even to press Bayern. They have clearly started on the front foot. Bayern are clearly on the defensive, man, in this first half, man. And you can clearly see that for PSG, the hunger, the intensity is there, man. They're not over here, of course, to make up the numbers, man. So this team is gonna go far, man. This team honestly might go far. Honestly, do not be surprised if these guys were to do I don't say a double, but make it back-to-back league Champions League titles, and of course in the next season also to win it again. Because I will not be surprised, guys. I will not be surprised if they were to go on and do the Real Madrid thing that Real Madrid did between 2016 and 2018, where Madrid won a hat-trick of Champions League titles 3 years in a row. Because this team clearly has the capability to do that. This team has that capability, guys. Because even the likes of Saka were joking yesterday and saying, you know what, we know you guys all know whom we want to face in the final. I think they were referring to Bayern, because they clearly know PSG are way superior, man. Hey, PSG, my friend, no pushovers, man, no pushovers. In fact, Dembele was talking about it. Was it a couple of weeks back where he said that his manager now, Luis Enrique, if you do not press, then you're definitely out of the team. He's the kind of manager. That's why people like Gonzalo Ramos getting to the team is very difficult. Maybe because he doesn't really press. But he's not really a bad finisher as well. It's just that the manager doesn't really trust him. It's picked up by Olise. Olise, was he fouled? He was fouled by Mendes. Oh no. Mendes has been booked. Does that mean that he's going to miss the final if PSG make it? I don't know. Oh no. That is actually the fear, man. Yeah, because if Mendes does miss the final, man, it's gonna be peak, man. Let me check whether he was booked in the first leg. Was he booked? He's a lucky boy. He was not booked. So the people actually carrying a suspension are Hakimi, who's not unavailable, Fabian Ruiz, and of course Marquinhos. So of course, the likes of Fabian Ruiz and Marquinhos will be hoping they avoid a yellow card in this game. Olise into the box. Too high, man. Olise. Come on, it was clearly an uncontested cross into the box. Eish, man. Lime was clearly caught upfield, man. I don't know why he was the one who was being tasked with marking uh, Fabian Ruiz, because he should have been marking Kvaratskhelia, because Kvaratskhelia is his guy. Hey, just one move, just like that, man. The Bayern defense is unlocked like that with just two simple passes, man. But I need to start creating the chances now. They need to start creating the chances. Hey, PSG, man. Honestly, for me, they're also the team that I've picked to win this game and also the Champions League. Unless Bayern do a madness, but PSG, my friend, the intensity that they have, it's clearly a team that is very well drilled, very very well drilled. This is Mendes back to Sofanov. Sofanov goes long looking for Due, headed by Pamecano. Lima, this is Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, Pavlovic, Kane! Wonderful defensive touch by, was that Marquinhos? Just to deflect the ball away from Kane. Yeah, because Kane was actually lining up the shot. Just in behind, man. But anyway, game is still not over. Game is still not over. Because clearly, Bayern are gonna come out and it's not like Bayern are also pushovers. Bayern are not pushovers at all. They are not pushovers at all. So I do expect more goals in this game. Yeah, that just passes the ball out of play. What the heck are you doing, bro? Honestly, what are you doing? Bayern Munchen or Bayern Munich, whichever way you want to call them. Depends on who's your teacher. Who taught you English? Marquinhos. This is Zaire Emery looking for Pavlovic, intercepted by Kimmich. This is Olise. Olise into Hurricane, blocked by Mendes, picked up by Kvaratskhelia, and already PSG trying to launch the counter. Fabian Ruiz, Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia able to get away from Lima easily. And of course, Stanisic. Sorry, Stanisic. Stanisic drags him back. And of course, gives away a free kick. Hey, Kvaratskhelia, man. Kvaratskhelia, the Georgian, man. Yeah, PSG chasing their second Champions League title. First one, won it last season, emphatically beating Inter Milan 5-0. In fact, that was the most one-sided final ever in the Champions League. So you can clearly see this PSG team is clearly breaking records. Clearly breaking records, man. Sofanov goes long. Stanisic lets the ball run, plays it back to Ta. So far, the Bayern midfielders have been unable to get into the game. Musiala, non-existent. Kimmich, Pavlovic. Yep. Anyway, nice pass by Kane into Olise. Olise one-on-one versus Mendes. Olise. Blocked by Mendes. It's out for it's actually a goal kick. Ball was off Olise. Yes. Wonderful decision from the referee, man. Because it looked like the ball was off Olise. Yeah, clearly, yep. Yep, the last touch was off Olise. But of course, nowadays footballers, they're not really gonna tell the truth. They're gonna be like, nah, the last touch was not off me, bro. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't. Olise head in his hand is like, oh, come on, man. Why is he acting like he's perplexed by that decision? And clearly the last touch was off him. Hey, sheesh. Anyway. But anyway, it is expected, man. It's a modern day game nowadays. It is the modern day game. It's picked up by Olise. Olise tries to play in other. Lima, not Lima. Kimmich tries to play in Olise. Turned over. Kimmich into the box to no one in particular. All the way to Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery dispossessed by Diaz. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz! Blocked! Picked up by Neves. What a block from Mendes, man. Oh my god, what is Fabian Ruiz doing, man? Using the ball in a very, very crucial area of the pitch. Given away. Hey, Kravashkelia, man. Kravashkelia coming the other way. Kravashkelia into the box. Kravashkelia blocked. It's out for a corner. Sheesh. Ah, man. I'm enjoying the game, man. Honestly, this is a wonderful game to watch. Kravashkelia was able to get by two. Of course, attempting the shot blocked by Tar. Yeah. Earlier, Mendes with a very, very brilliant challenge on Olise manages to block the shot. Don't know what Musiala was appealing for. Is he okay? Was he hitting the goodies or what? Or in the midriff? Sometimes you don't really know. And it's a corner to Bayern. Sorry, PSG. PSG. Because honestly, if you had to ask me, I want PSG to qualify for the final and go and play Arsenal. Because honestly, we do not want Aram football to win, man. Because PSG winning will be a great testament to the game that at least teams that actually play football are the ones that actually win things, not teams that actually just defend and try and just play around football. Honestly, I'll just be honest, man. We don't want around teams to win. That's why, honestly, yesterday's game was just okay. Basically, haram football was haram football. It's clearly very far off the quality of this kind of game because you can clearly see in this game it's already end-to-end stuff. Not because PSG scored early. I'm very sure even if the score is still nil at this stage, that it will still be end-to-end. And your Dembele takes the corner into Kravashkelia. Dembele, Mendes into the box, cleared by Harry Kane. Zaire Emery, what are you doing? And your nice decision making there. Let the ball bounce. You thought maybe it lost it, but yeah, kind of deceived Olise. This is Fabian Ruiz. This is Due into Zaire Emery. This is Fabian Ruiz. Zaire Emery, man, he's a right back. Look at the position he's actually occupying on the pitch. Of course, forcing Marquinhos to play in his position as he maybe gets back into position. This is Kravashkelia, Due, Zaire Emery. Oh, he's actually playing as an inverted fullback. Or what? Maybe. It's picked up by João Neves on the far side. João Neves into Marquinhos. Marquinhos goes long, looking for Fabian Ruiz. Turned over, picked up by Kane. It's now with Kvaratskhelia, dispossessed by Stanisic. It's now with Olise. Olise lost his footing, man. Yep. Lima rather. Last touch was off him, so the ball is out for throw into Bayern Munich. Olise, man, unlucky, man, only sleeping at the Don't say the right time, but yeah. Just when he's about to get a hold of the ball and control it and advance it forward. Mendes throws the ball back into play. It's picked up by Lima. Pamecano into Ta. Dembele almost dispossesses Pavlovic. This is Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz versus Marquinhos. Luis Diaz switches the flanks to Olise on this far side. Olise loses the ball and, of course, fouls Mendes. Yeah, so far PSG have kept Bayern at bay. Like, if I'm to look at the match momentum, yeah, possession is pretty much 50-50. Yeah, both teams have already had big chances. That is how good they are, man, creating for their teammates. It's picked up by Kimmich. Kimmich tries to restart play a bit faster. But I don't know who told him to slow down. Come on, Kimmich. You should have, maybe he was told to actually bring the ball. That's the first time I've seen player being told to actually go and take the free kick from the rightful position, because actually he wanted to restart play from a bit further back. Kimmich using to go long, headed back by Mendes, picked up by Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz backed into a corner. It's out for a throw-in to PSG. Don't know why Lima is complaining. The ball was actually off him last. So it's clearly a good call by the officials. Mendes, the long throw, picked up by Musiala. Pocket is picked by Neves. Vitinha loses out into Kimmich. Kimmich is well tackled by Mendes. Hey, Mendes, man. Mendes has started brightly. This is Due coming forward. Due is tackled by Kane, but it's an advantage. Kvaratskhelia! Deflected. They are comfortable for Noah. Is Harry Kane trying to launch the counter? Harry Kane! Well intercepted by Vitinha. Falls to Luis Diaz, who's still helping him. Luis Diaz, where are the midfield runners, man? Into Olise, but is well headed away. By Olise. Kimmich into the box, cleared. Further cleared by Due into Pamecano. This is Jonathan Tah. Pavlovic. This is Diaz versus João Neves. Diaz twisting and turning over the bar. Yeah, Diaz gesturing to the crowd, man. Come on, guys. Help us out. Help us out, man. Get on our backs, man. Get on our backs. Actually, it was Zaire Emery was being twisted inside out by Diaz. But the shot from Diaz was off target. Sofanov just clears the ball into touch. I don't know what he's doing there. Honestly, bro, what the heck are you doing? It's now with Lima into Luis Diaz. Pavlovic back to Lima. Kane, was he offside? Yep, he was in an offside position. So the attack is kind of halted. Yeah, Kane just trying to angle his run, but he was a little bit a bit ahead of the last man. In this case, it was Pacho. Vitinha switches the flank into Mendes. Kvaratskhelia It's blocked by Ta. I don't know why Ta is the one who's marking Kravashkelia. I think it's Stanisic who should be marking him. Or what? But anyway, that PSG front line, my friend, it is so fluid, man, that if you are to go man to man, you might actually find it hard to pick up these players, man. Due, Kravashkelia, Vitinha into João Neves. João Neves coming forward. João Neves. This is Dembele. Nice move from PSG. This is Zaire Emery. This is Dembele. The other thing with PSG is that they can keep this ball for long periods, man. To the point where they will honestly frustrate you. Fabian Ruiz. This is Mendes. Kvaratskhelia. Okay. That's the give and go with Mendes. Mendes was appealing for a foul there, but his part was just blocked legally. Yeah? So there's nothing wrong with that. Come on, Mendes. It's a man's game. Don't be so touchy, man. It's back to Noah. Noah goes long, looking for Kane. Headed away by Pacho. It's picked up by Lima. Let me check something. Let me make sure. Victor turned over by Vitinha, Kvaratskhelia. Picked up by Vitinha. Vitinha into Zaire Emery. Yaban yet to register a shot on target. Spacho back to Mendes. Mendes give and go with Kvaratskhelia. Picks the ball. Oh, Mendes was taken out, man. Is he gonna be okay? Referee, is he gonna be okay? Still down, man. Oh no. Hope he's okay. Actually, thought Upamecano was one who could have come out of that worse off, but it seems like Mendes ran straight into him. I think maybe it's maybe the fall, eh? Oh, okay. It was just a soft touch. Oh, yeah. It's the landing, man. Mendes trying to protect himself. Oh, man. Landed awkwardly on his shoulder, man. Hope he's okay. Honestly, hope he is okay. Yeah, it was just an awkward landing. So he seems to be okay, man. Seems to be okay. Of course, you don't want him to miss the final, man. So that we don't give these haram guys a chance to win this to competition. We do not allow haram football to win, man. That final will be the biggest hate watch ever, man. You can't allow us not to win on the haram football. No way, man. Let the teams that actually play football win it, man. Kane switches the flanks to Olise, 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 Olise over the bar. Come on, Olise. Who's actually offering the passing option for him, man? Or maybe even a shooting option? Because now I think maybe at some point Mendes will have to be substituted because he can't really go toe to toe with Elise right now because he's already on a yellow card. And of course, right now he has to be careful because if he has to get a second yellow, he's going to be out of the final. And of course, we do not want that. But anyway, let's see. Maybe it's going to be good game management from him. Maybe they're just going to tell Fabian Ruiz to assist him. Foul on Olise. Yeah, you can clearly see these two heavyweights, man. stuck in this arm wrestle, man. Both teams so willing to play football and actually go forward. Musiala able to keep the ball away from João Neves. Is Pavlovic. Is Lima on this far side. Looking for Olise. Olise back to Lima. Noah choosing to go long. Headed away by Neves. Marquinhos with the header. It's picked up by what's going on? They're actually appealing for a red card. Come on, referee. Oh, actually, it's the other way around. They thought that they actually saying that Lima is the one who handled the ball. I thought they were actually appealing for a red card on Dembele. Sorry, not Dembele, Mendes rather. Nuno Mendes. And clearly see that's the game plan now. Huh? They're going to ensure that they target Mendes on that far side. But actually, the referee says, actually, yeah, Mendes did handle the ball, but the first offense was committed by Lima. So, doesn't really matter doesn't really matter what Mendes did, because at the end of the day, it's Lima who committed the offense first. But at least Mendes is doing a good job on Olise. I can clearly see he's tracking him all the way, all over the pitch. Lima unable to control the balls, cleared by João Neves. Kane is fast to the ball. This is Pavlovic into Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz into Pavlovic. Picked up by Zaire Emery. Is muscled off the ball by Pavlovic. It's picked up by Stanisic. Stanisic into the box. It's punched away. It's cleared. João Neves. Come on, referee. The referee is actually appealing for a handball on João Neves. But the ball was actually struck so ferociously at him. So maybe if he did handle the ball, he didn't have time to actually move his arms out of the way. Yeah. That's actually handball, man. It's handball. He's actually trying to move his arm away. That's going to be a penalty. That is going to be a penalty. If it's not given, then it might be serious haram football, man. If it's not given, it's going to be serious haram football, man. Because the referee decided. What has the referee decided, man? What is the VAR telling him? Oh, no penalty. Oh, okay. I'd love to understand the reasoning behind that. Yeah, because he was clearly trying to move his hand away. He never moved his arm towards the ball. He was clearly trying to retract his arm. His entire arm, yeah. Anyway, I think PSG have gotten away with one there. Honestly, I think they have gotten away with one. Many would argue it's maybe oil money at work. Maybe PSG have bribed the officials. Of course, all manner of speculation is gonna be peddled at them, man. But I'd love to listen to the analysis of that at halftime. Just get to know why that was not given as a penalty. And Stanisic picks up a yellow card, man. Stanisic picks up a yellow card. Yeah, Nua got away with one there. João Neves. Vitinha with the cross. João Neves with the header. What a wonderful save from Nua. But did they actually give offside? What a wonderful save from Nua. Wonderful save, man. They actually give offside or what? Oh, it's actually a corner. Oh, although it looked like this the referee had gestured for, or rather signaled for a goal kick. And it's a corner to PSG. It's a corner to PSG. Yeah, the Bayern fans on that side, I don't know why they are throwing bottles onto the pitch. Eh? Come on, man. Let's play the game, guys. Play the game. I know you're a little bit frustrated, but the game is not over yet. Game is not over. Dembele restarts the corner. Zaire Emery. This is Vitinha. Vitinha with a shot. It's blocked by Olise. It's out for another corner. It's interesting how this Neves fellow is one of the shortest players on the pitch, but the way he gets forward, especially in corners and at the end of free kicks. In fact, even in the first leg, he did score off a header taken from a corner. So I was one of the shortest players on the pitch getting such chances. Mendes blocked, picked up easily by Noah. Started first by Noah, but Olise got his bearings all wrong there. Yeah, so far PSG have been able to keep Bayern at bay. Clearly, they have kept them at bay, man. Other than the first, that chance for it almost fell to Musiala, where Luis Diaz actually cut inside and just delivered a cross into the box, which was eventually cleared by Vitinha. They have not really created anything else. That's why I said this second leg was gonna be a little bit more cagey. Don't really expect this to be all gang ho as it was in the first leg. And actually, these two teams have always been meeting every season in the Champions League. I see they also met in the league phase. Did they also meet in the league phase this season? Let me check. Let me check. I think they did. It's picked up by Pavlovic. Pavlovic able to get away from Pacho. It's now Pamecano. Pamecano into Olise. Olise intercepted by Pacho, picked up by Pavlovic. That's Luis Diaz. So crowded in there, man. The pocket is picked by Zaire Emery. Is now with Due. Zaire Emery cleared by Marquinhos. It's now with Due. Due coming forward. Due. Kravashkelia blocked. Picked up again by Kravashkelia. It's out for a corner. Corner to PSG. So let me check. Did they actually meet in the league phase? I think they did. They? Oh, sorry. Their last. They did meet in the league phase. Yes, I remember. Yes. On that particular night, Bayern did run out 2-1 winners against PSG at the Parc des Princes. So clearly, this is their third meeting in the Champions League this season. And they had also met again in the FIFA World Club. Also in 2024, 2025, they had also met in the league phase again. To the box, it's cleared by Upamecano as far as Mendes into Vitinha. This is Zaire Emery. Gonna be forced to go all the way back to his goalkeeper. So in 2024, 2025, they actually met in the Champions League league phase. I think they had actually met once. Bayern also won on that particular day. So clearly, as far as the head-to-head is concerned, Bayern are coming out on top with 8 wins to PSG's 4. Actually, The other huge tie came way back in 2020, the COVID year, where Bayern actually won that final, courtesy of a goal that was scored by, was that, who scored that goal? What's the name of this guy? What is the name of this guy, man? Who scored that goal in the final 2020 year? Well, let me check. I know the name. Yeah, yes, Kingsley Coman. Yes, Kingsley Coman. Yes, that's the name I was looking for. Yeah, back then PSG had a very interesting lineup. They had the likes of Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria, Herrera. Back then, Marquinhos was playing in midfield, but now he's actually a defender. Bayern also had the likes of Kimmich. Kimmich was actually playing as a right back. Boateng, Alaba, Alfonso Davies, Gnabry, Müller, Lewandowski. So, yeah, these two clearly have a history in this. They clearly have history in this competition. It's picked up by Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz trying to get away from Zaire Emery, but the ball was off Luis Diaz last. That's gonna be a goal kick. Yeah, it seems like their attack has kind of been snuffed out. It's like the past 10 minutes, it's like PSG are doing the madness on them and ensuring that they limit them to very few chances. Lima restarts play. Kvaratskhelia, it's picked up by Kimmich. This is Pamecano. Pamecano switches the flanks to Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, 1-on-1 versus Marquinhos. Luis Diaz, control the ball, bro. That was a good chance for Bayern. Nice switch of play, man, because there was actually an overload on that side. And what you should do is, especially with these big teams, they try and ensure that they get overloads, man, and isolate the fullbacks against their wingers. Picked up by Kimmich. Right now the PSG intensity is not that high because at least Bayern, you just need to score 2 goals to even it out on aggregate. So that's why the intensity is not as relentless as it was in the opening exchanges. It's picked up by Kimmich. Kimmich. This is Olise. Olise into Musiala. Yeah, Musiala has been kind of lost in this game, man. Musiala. Musiala. Saved by Sofanov. Cleared by Fabian Ruiz. Cleared by Marquinhos. Lima able to play it back to his goalkeeper, Nua, Pavlovic, Pamecano. It's picked up by Kimmich. This is Stanisic. It's now with Olise. 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 Lima into the box. Too high for Diaz. This Diaz unable to save the ball going out for a throw in. It's gonna be a throw in to PSG. At least Lima is doing good. At least he's getting forward, doing those overlapping runs, which is something that he wasn't really doing in the first leg. But more often than not, he just used to tuck inside and are now listen to do the one-on-one thing. Come on, PSG. What are you doing there, man? Picked up by Olise. Olise. It's now with Pavlovic. Pavlovic into Kane. Yep. I think Bayern need to score before halftime because if they don't score before halftime, the game I think is gonna become very very difficult for them now. Fabian Ruiz, wonderful defense against Olise, given away into Kimmich, picked up by Lima. It's picked up by Olise. Olise backheel into Musiala. Shoot Musiala! Save by Sofanov. What a save, man. It opened up for Musiala, man. He was able to drag away the number 6 away from him. And then, of course, there was a lot of space in behind. This is Lima. Sorry, Stanisic. Shot! Oh, it's wide from Musiala. Ah, yeah, yeah. Just like that, Bayern. In a span of 30 seconds, man, would have even equalized. Both chances falling to Musiala. Yeah, yeah, unlucky, bro. Musiala. Come on, you should be finishing that chance, man. Come on, just a little bit further away from the goalkeeper, man. But that was a very impressive save from Sofanov. Of course, you're supposed to punch it away from the goal to the sides so that if there's any on-rushing striker or offensive player, they're not gonna just finish the ball and do a tap in. Nope, you refuse that, man. So Bayern, of course, clearly pushing for that goal before halftime because they know how much of a psychological advantage it's going to be. Because of course, them scoring before halftime means that they clearly have a chance in the second. And now that they don't have a chance if they don't score, but of course, just needed to find 2 goals so that they can just take it into, they just can level it on aggregate. It's going to be a tall order. So that's why maybe they need to score ASAP before the halftime whistle is blown. He's picked up by Musiala. Musiala over the bar. Yeah, Musiala, the past 2 minutes, man, has come to life, man. He has come to life. Anyway, we're going to have 2 minutes of added time. 2 minutes of added time at the end of the half. 2 minutes of added time. It's picked up by Olise to Kravashkelia. Kravashkelia just runs the ball out of play. Yeah, this Kravashkelia character, man. This must be so hard to defend against him, huh? He's a very tricky winger, man. He loves tossing and turning, man. Zaire Mari with the throw in. It's cleared by Neves into Kimmich. Olise blocked by João Neves. It's picked up by Olise. And I see the tactical change from Luis Enrique, who's actually working in an attempt to try and protect Mendes one-on-one for having actually getting a one-on-one, actually Olise having a one-on-one on him. Yeah, then ensure that Fabian Ruiz is the one who's actually tracking Olise. He's good, man, because you need to protect one of your best players, man. Because this guy and Hakimi, man, the way they play football, Kravashkelia been brought back. Come on, Kravashkelia. Picks up a very needless yellow card, man. Kravashkelia, don't just kick the ball away, man. Come on, guys, discipline. You don't want to do anything to jeopardize you not playing in the final. Anyway, this has to be the last chance of the half for Bayern. Free kick to be taken by Kimmich. Has to be the last chance of the half. Let's see what Bayern are gonna do. Kimmich into the box. Header! It's wide. Man. Header from Jonathan Tah. It was just wide of the far post. It's actually a free header, man. Free header, man. The referee blown for halftime. Has he blown for halftime? Yep, he has. It's halftime, guys. Halftime. PSG currently doing the business, man. The very early goal from Kvaratskhelia. Sorry, from Dembele over Kvaratskhelia cross. That just that just and just like that, PSG have been able to hang on in the outer half. And of course, I get into the break, leading uh, on aggregate and also on the night. So Bayern will just have to find 2 goals in that second half to just maybe level it on aggregate. But so far, it's not been the fiery, like I said, it's not been the fiery, fast-paced game that we had in the first leg. Because in the first leg, these two teams said, you know what, we are coming here to play football. We do not care what happens. We are here to play football. And that is exactly what they did. They served us a very wonderful Champions League classic. But of course, like I said at the beginning, this is always gonna be a more, don't say cagey, but more disciplined performance from both teams, where they try and at least limit the opposition to few chances, which is what has happened, eh? Because as PSG, as soon as they scored, can clearly see the intensity continue to drop as the game went on. Because they're pretty much doing what they need to do, man. They don't need to be all gung ho on Bayern, because onus is now on Bayern to win the game, actually level it up on aggregate, not win, but of course level it up on aggregate. So Bayern, like I said, will have to find 2 goals from somewhere. As for PSG, they're pretty much doing what they need to do, man. And they're just about to have the league wrapped up. Also for Bayern had already wrapped up their league, so Bayern basically just playing for pride at the moment. Eh? For PSG, they still have they already were actually for PSG 34, so 6 points. So PSG has 6 points clear with 3 games left. Eh? So you can pretty much say that in the next week or so they're gonna wrap up the league. So they can at least rest their players, yeah, before they actually play maybe Arsenal on the 30th of May in the Champions League final. And of course, uh-huh. As for Arsenal, I don't know how soon they can wrap up the league, because they also need to rest their players even for before that game, because this is a time where you do not want to be picking up unnecessary injuries, eh? Especially playing your best players. They pick up injuries and then they are forced to sit out the final. Of course, neither team will be hoping that that will be the case for them. They'll be hoping that they do avoid injuries or suspensions. Of course, not suspensions in this game, rather. That's why somebody like Fabian Ruiz and Marquinhos have to really be careful and avoid any kind of booking, man. Because if they are to get booked, it means that they're going to automatically miss their final. As for Bayern, is there anybody who's going to miss the final? For Bayern, let me check. Did they have anybody who was booked in the first leg? Let me check. The first leg, any Bayern player that was booked. Actually, Bayern never picked up any yellow cards, so Bayern at least are safe. But of course, in this second leg, Jonathan Tah has actually been shown a yellow card. But of course, it's not gonna carry on into the final, because it's not a back-to-back yellows. But anyway, it's been a good game of football. Of course, a little bit more compact from both teams. Of course, as far as PSG are concerned, I can clearly see that they're happy to be very compact today, because in the first leg, they actually had given away a lot of chances to Bayern. Just that Bayern were unable to finish their dinner. And of course, for PSG, one of the ways in which they also defend effectively is keeping the ball, man. Because if there's a team that knows how to keep the ball, man, it's this PSG team. Especially the way they defend other from the front. Because whenever they're doing the high press off a goal, off an opposition goal kick, they press from the front, man. They already go at the goalkeeper because Dembele, Due, and Kravashkeli ensure that they close off any passing lanes that the goalkeeper might have. So it might actually force. That's why sometimes in that first half you can clearly see that Nu has been forced to go long into Kane, and sometimes he's been able to pick him out. Yeah. So PSG clearly they love it when the ball is on the floor, which is what they do so wonderfully. Because for me, like I said, they are the team that plays this game so wonderfully. Because the way that fluid the front three is, man, eish, that's why it's very, very hard to man mark. You don't see them maybe getting off crosses in the box, scoring headers. For them, their crosses are actually low crosses where they manage to isolate, or they manage to the person who are actually the box crashers. Now, in this case, it's normally João Neves and maybe Dembele and maybe Fabian Ruiz, able maybe just to get passes into the box, and then it's actually on the floor, and they just uh, pass it, either finish it beautifully. But in that, as I'm looking at the analysis of that first goal, can clearly see mistake was Pamecano being dragged out of position. Because like I've kept on wondering, why was Lima the one marking Fabian Ruiz? Fabian Ruiz maybe should have been picked up by Kimmich, because can clearly see that Lima was tracking Kravashkelia, and he was telling Upamecano to press up. But I don't know why. Yeah, because Lima was the one who was a little bit switched off. Because immediately that ball went to Kravashkelia, Lima should have gone to close down Fabian Ruiz, because that is where Fabian Ruiz was able to pick out the pass to Kravashkelia. Mm. Looking at that earlier handball shout by Bayern. Yeah, the ball hit Lima on the chest, then just brushed off his arm. Then eventually it went and hit Mendez's arm as well. Okay, what explanation have they given for that? For failure to give away, for there to give a penalty to PSG. I don't know what was the reason behind that. Sorry, PA or other penalty given to Bayern when João Neves handled that ball. Or the referee just gave him the benefit of doubt. Yeah, they're allowed to do that because his arms were not really like up here. They're more or less to his side here because the ball was flashed directly at him. Uh, actually a very venomous clearance from Vitinha. And then he was just trying to move his arm away. Maybe that's the reason why the officials were like, okay, he was clearly trying to move his arm away. Because if he had handled it and the arm was still outstretched like this, then I'm sure that would have been given. But anyway, it's debatable. I'm sure Bayern are gonna, if whatever happens in this game, if they were to go on and lose, that's actually gonna be a huge talking point, especially in the match post-game analysis, and also maybe even press conference from Kompany. because it will feel like they were treated unfairly. But then, honestly, I don't know what to make of that. I honestly do not know what to make of that. That's why I'm like, any the officials might have a good reason why they never gave it. I'm not gonna say that Bayern were robbed and all that. Nah, I don't think they were robbed. It's according to me, because maybe if the match officials deemed it fair just to not to give the penalty to Bayern, then I'm sure, of course, they had their reasons. Because sometimes, okay, for me, I say this: there's normally the interpretation of the law, and I also share it with also some guys that we do discuss with the things at work. There is the letter of the law, and there's also the spirit of the law. The letter of the law will say that you are supposed to be punished for every single offense that you commit. But sometimes the spirit of the law allows for guys to be forgiven and to be granted leniency. Maybe because you also look at, you assess the situation, and in that particular case, maybe they assessed it and they realized clearly João Neves was trying to move his hand away, rather his entire arm away, because clearly there was this motion like that. So he was clearly trying to move his arm away. He did not leave it out here just to block, because you see, it is guy, teammate Vitinha who was clearing the ball. So sometimes maybe that is what the match officials look at. Yes, there is the spirit and also there is the letter. The interpretation says that no matter what happens, any kind of handball supposed to be deemed, or it's supposed to be a penalty for the opposition. But sometimes let me ask, if a player is actually falling down and his arms are kind of outstretched like this, and of course he's off balance, and then the ball is hit, and actually it hits the lower part of his actually his fingers down here. Are you gonna give that as a penalty? Sometimes some officials might actually say, you know what? Clearly he had nowhere else to go because the arm is clearly in a natural position. For Vitinha, like I said, his arm was not up here. Neither was it up here like this, because this is clearly a natural. When you're playing football, this is not a natural position of the arm. And so is this. But you can clearly see his arms was actually at shoulder level and he was actually trying to move it away like this. So maybe that is how they interpret. They were like, you know what? The spirit of the law says that he was clearly trying to move his arm away. Because if maybe the shot, actually, if it was a shot by a Bayern player and the ball, and then of course, that ball actually hit João Neves' arm, then I think in that case, they clearly give the penalty because they'd say that his arm kind of changed the directory or the trajectory of the ball or the path of the ball towards goal. So maybe that's how they saw it. But in this case, since it was a clearance, then it's debatable. But anyway, maybe that's just my interpretation. Maybe you guys have a different interpretation, which is fine and it's okay. It's not a question of who's right or wrong, but sometimes some of these rules are subject to that kind of interpretation because also it's not like these rules are completely airtight. Like there can never maybe be deviations or maybe leniency because sometimes you do allow for such, man. You do allow a bit of leniency because you look at the player. Sometimes maybe as an official, you also maybe try and analyze his intention. There are those that, of course, have malicious intent, where they like, okay, best example, like the Sesko goal over the weekend against Liverpool. Many Liverpool fans were arguing that that goal should never have stood because the ball was actually brushed off his, is it his fingernails or something? But if you look at the replays, yes, might have actually brushed his fingernails, but it did not in any way change the path of the ball because the ball still struck his thighs, deflected off his thighs rather, and into the back of the net. So if the arm in any or the hand or any illegal part of the body changes or alters the direction of that particular or the path of the ball towards goal, then in that particular case, then they're gonna either deny. Of course, they're gonna deny the goal. But in Sesko's case, you could clearly see he was trying to move his hand away, and it was just a very, very slight graze. In fact, it's just that now maybe we do not have those serious zoom in cameras where you can even assess even a millimeter of a millimeter. So maybe in that particular case, all the officials are like, okay, clearly he was fingernails, man. He was clearly trying to move his arm away because his arms were here. And of course, if anybody was to handle the ball and his arm is here, it's not going to be given as a penalty or a foul because his arms are tucked into his body. That's why many people, whenever they, I don't know, they normally shout penalty appeals whenever they strike the ball and it strikes the arm, and it's actually the arm is more or less protecting a part of the body like this. So, of course, the officials are gonna be like, okay, well, hand is tracked into his body. But if the maybe the arm is somewhere outstretched like this, because it says you're actually making your body big, then they say, you know what, that's not gonna fly. So the best thing is you're gonna blow for the foul or the penalty. Anyway, second half is about to resume. PSG players are already back onto the pitch. PSG fans, all the players rather are back onto the pitch, waiting for their for Bayern players. Yeah, Musiala, at least the last 5 minutes of that half came to life, man. He was a little bit casting an isolated figure out there. But it's because it's also nowadays the game has kind of moved on from the traditional number 10, maybe the Brunos, the Cole Palmers, the Musialas. Who else plays as a 10? Yeah, it's like the game nowadays. Not many teams want to play with a traditional 10. Because if you're playing the traditional 10, it means that if you do come across a team that's actually playing a typical 4-3-3 system, you might find yourselves being isolated, especially in midfield. Because that number 10, unless he's very, very mobile and up and down, there are actually going to be gaps in midfield. Anyway, we're about to start the second half. PSG are going to kick us off. Yes, referee has blown for start of the second half. Okay, Vitinha. Of course, I can clearly see PSG love this tactic. Just kick the ball straight out of play, deep in the opposition half, and just force them to be on the back foot. Olise, excuse me. Musiala, it's cleared by Marquinhos. It's gonna be now a proper rearguard performance from PSG, but we will see. We will see. It's picked up by Pavlovic. Pavlovic. It's now with Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz versus Marquinhos. Pavlovic. This is Lima. So, yeah, I don't know what Pavlovic was doing out there, man. Spotted the ball out of play. It's picked up by Due. Now with Lima. Pavlovic, Olise. It's now with Kane. Pacho. It's down. I don't know whether he's okay. But the referee has to stop play because it might be a head injury. Yeah, Kane's boot was a little bit high. But I don't know whether it's gonna be flagged as a foul. Anyway, the game had already progressed, so the referee maybe saw nothing wrong with that. Oh, ow. Actually, maybe took a boot to the head. Ouch, studs, man. Ah, yeah, yeah. Hey. Is he gonna be okay? I think so. I think he's gonna be okay, Pacho, they have got Zabani on the bench, The guy that they acquired from Bournemouth. So in case he's unable to continue, they can just bring on Zabani. First, can they bring on? I also have Beraldo, but Beraldo's not really. Is he actually a centre back? No. Actually, he's a centre back. He's a centre back. Yeah, Beraldo is a centre back. Zabani is also a centre back. At some point, I think if the game goes on like this, maybe by the 65th minute, maybe they are maybe gonna take off maybe Marquinhos and Mendes so that they can protect them from getting any yellow cards in this game because of course the game is gonna maybe become more and more intense for Bayern. They maybe also gonna be looking for such fouls. Because that is what they're gonna do. Maybe they're gonna be targeting the likes of Marquinhos rather, Fabian Ruiz and Neves. Picked up by Zaire Emery. It's blocked by Luis Diaz, Musiala rather. It's back with Marquinhos. Marquinhos back to Safonov, goalkeeper. Kicks it long. It's picked up by Tar. Now with Marquinhos. Zaire Emery. Musiala trying to work hard, man. João Neves loses out. Know what he was doing there. This is Stanisic. Back to Jonathan Tah. Tah. Back to his goalkeeper. Lua. Supposed to go long. Headed back by Pacho. Kravashkelia trying to get to it. Nua is now with a Due. By Kimmich. This is Pamecano. What the heck is Olise doing? Foul on Mendes. So you outspacho. Another bang on the head, man. Maybe this guy's gonna be taking off eventually. But this now is getting the territory where we say, how is Luis Enrique gonna manage this game now? What do you do? What do you do? Do you protect your players from suspensions or picking up yellow cards, or do you keep them on and hope that they remain disciplined? This is Marquinhos. Marquinhos going long into Due. Unable to get playing Zaire Emery. It's picked up by Stanisic. This is Pavlovic to Stanisic. Stanisic given a go with Musiala. It's now with Harry Kane. Harry Kane crowded out. Musiala is fouled by Vitinha. It's going to be a free kick. If you actually remember the second leg of the quarterfinal between PSG and Liverpool, PSG actually allowed Liverpool to have all the ball in the first 20 minutes of the second half rather. This is Luis Diaz. Let me hold that thought fast. This is Stanisic. Harry Kane blocked by Vitinha. It's Jonathan Tah. So PSG more or less played this exact same tactic against Liverpool where they just backed off, allowed Liverpool to maybe create the chances, see where they can get back into the game. And Liverpool unable to do so. And PSG were able to turn on the style and they got the 2 goals and won the game. Come on, Dembele, why didn't you make the run, man? Why didn't you make the run? It's picked up by Olise. Marquinhos, was he fouled by Diaz? Yes, he was. Hey, Marquinhos. There's a guy who also, his game has clearly improved in the past 2 seasons, Marquinhos. Because he has also man-marked Diaz, He has followed him all over the pitch. You can clearly see that PSG clearly have a high degree of awareness, especially players. Skin, Stanisic, Marquinhos seem to have fouled Kane. Needs to be careful, man. Needs to be careful, man. Come on, Marquinhos. Don't pick up a yellow card, man. Do not pick up a yellow card, man. We need you. If you do get there, the final, man. Can't allow haram ball to win, man. Can't allow haram ball to win, man. We refuse that, man. So can't have PSG going to that final with an underwhelming team. Anyway, Kimmich into Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Pavlovic. Got his bearings all wrong, man. Come on. Should be doing better, bro. Come on, man. Anyway, maybe PSG do trust their guys out there. They know, you know what, regardless of what happens, even if maybe some of our players will be unavailable, we do trust that they can do the business, man. Yeah, Lima lets it go out of play for throwing. Now with Pamecano, it's now with Pavlovic. Pavlovic into Kimmich, back to Nua. Nua goes long. I'm sure he's looking for Kane. There by Pacho, picked up by Musiala, Zaire Emery. Did he foul him? Yeah, he did. So foul on Musiala. What kind of pass was that into Olise, man? Unless he does well to keep it in play, it's cleared by Fabian Ruiz. Pamecano, it's now with Kvaratskhelia. This is Dembele, Fabian Ruiz, Vitinha, Due. There you go. Due, 1-on-1. Due. Shot saved by Nua. It's now with picked up by João Neves. Now with Musiala, Lima. Nice tackle from Pacho. Kimmich looking for Lise. Ball's not going to get to him. Well intercepted by Mendes. This is Fabian Ruiz. Fabian Ruiz. This is Kvaratskhelia. 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 Saved by Noah. Hey, Kvaratskhelia, man. This guy, man. In fact, is there even an incentive for him to leave PSG? People will call it a farmers league. Well, okay, so maybe they might say it's a farmers league. Kane, nice. Okay, Sofana was able to rush out quickly and pick up that ball. Anyway, people might say that the French league is a farmers league, but if it's really a farmers league, then how comes PSG champions of Europe and they are currently on their way to another final? Is it really a farmers league? Because on that side, PSG are not really dominating as people would think they are. They're not really dominating the league. Because like I told you, maybe they should have had the league wrapped up by now, but they're like 6 points clear with 3 games left. Luis Diaz, well marshaled by Zaire Emery. Hey, Zaire Emery today, man. Scared Luis Diaz quiet, man. Shush. So, I would not call it a farmers league. This is not a farmers league, man. Because if it was a farmers league, then PSG would not be winning the Champions League. They would not be winning. And are they winning it because of individual brilliance? No. They are a strong, cohesive unit, man. Strong, cohesive unit. Well drilled, man. Can clearly see their tactical approach to any game is always spot on, man. Yeah, Due going after Nua. Nua forced to go long rather. Picked up by Olise. Olise able to get away from Carvajal. Olise through the middle. Olise! Dispossessed, man. Olise today, man. Picked up by Dembele. So that was Mendes, sorry. Don't know. These guys look similar, man. Mendes and Dembele almost look similar. This is Zaire Emery versus Luis Diaz. Diaz blocked by Marquinhos, cleared by Neves. It's now with Due, Zaire Emery. Honestly, thought that maybe Diaz would try and isolate Zaire Emery more, but somehow Zaire Emery has kept him at bay, man. So even if maybe Hakimi does not recover, Zaire Emery can clearly do a good job in defense. Nice pass by Musiala into Olise. Olise! Musiala! This is Pavlovic. Kimmich. Ball strikes the referee. But, yeah, come on. They had the ball. Just play advantage, man. Yeah, that's what Kompany was complaining, yeah. And at least he's restarted play because at least now you're giving PSG players a chance to fall back. Pamecano. This is Kimmich. This is Olise. In behind into Musiala. Musiala ball was out of play. João Neves. Yes, yeah, actually the ball was out of play. Should we call it now? Can we call it 60th minute? Do you honestly think Bayern have the threat to overcome PSG here? Honestly, I don't know. But if it does get maybe to the 70th minute and it's still this way, then I don't think Bayern are gonna come back because they have gone for 70 plus minutes having not scored any goal. You're not just gonna score 2 goals like that. Doesn't That's not how things work, man. Because it's not that PSG have been poor, because Bayern have really found it hard to create those clear-cut chances. Other than the Musiala chances at the end of the half, of the first half, they haven't really created much, especially in this second half. Because I don't see Sofanov pulling off save after save after save. Maybe he might in this case. This is a Laima blocked by Vitinha into Kimmich. This is a Laima, Olise, Pavlovic. Come on. Easy catch for Sofanov. Sofanov, the easiest catches that he'll ever have in football. Picked up by Zaire Emery. This is Due. This is Marquinhos into Vitinha. This is Mendes, Vitinha. Back to Pacho. Pacho into Marquinhos. Into Due. Due is fouled by Stanis, but plays advantage. Hey, Zaire Emery today, man. Nutmeg on Pavlovic. Zaire Emery. Hey, Zaire Emery, man. He's had a wonderful game, man. Honestly, he's had a wonderful game. Other than the early exchanges where Luis Diaz was more or less twisted him, made him twisted him in inside out. Other than that, he's not really had any. Um, he's not really been beaten again 1-on-1. He's played a very very disciplined game. Sofanov, yes, yeah. PSG trying to take the sting out of the game as much as they can. Because PSG are also very good at game management, man. Very good at game management. Picked up by Neves. This is Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery into João Neves. João Neves. This is Vitinha. Sometimes you even wonder. The likes of Vitinha and João Neves came from Wolverhampton Wanderers 2 seasons ago. This is Due, give and go with Kvaratskhelia. Due, nice tackle from Upamecano. Yeah, halted his progress, man. Looked promising. It's picked up by Kane. It's now with Olise. Yeah, Bradley Bacola is waiting to come on. I don't know who for. Maybe Due or Kvaratskhelia. Maybe just trying and protect Kvaratskhelia from a second yellow so he doesn't miss the final. This is Lima. Gives the ball away, man. Due. Nice, Due. Nice, Due. Due. 3 to contend. Due shot. Saved by Noah. Ish. Due, man. Yeah. So Alfonso Davies about to come on, So Dembele is being taken off to be replaced by Bacola. Yeah, so Dembele is being taken off to be replaced by Bacola. And it's good because Dembele is also a little bit injury prone. So you don't have to keep him on. And because right now it's just about game management. So Alfonso Davies, I'm sure is going to be coming on for Stanisic because today's Stanisic, man, the box is cleared by That was a Stanisic. It's now with Pavlovic, Olise. It's hoofed clear by Stanisic. Luis Diaz. By Zaire Emery. This is Bradley Bacola. Bacola. I think Due is the one who's going to play through the middle. Vitinha. This is Marquinhos. This is Pacho. Mendes. Kvaratskhelia on the far side. Yep, Mendes with the run. Mendes! What the heck happened there, man? The Bayern defense was asleep. So he lost his footing at the last moment. Is Lima, Olise, nice, give and go. Come on, too many touches, man. Too many touches, Bayern. Is Mendes okay? Maybe take him off. This is Musiala, Luis Diaz. Come on, Luis Diaz. This is picked up by Lima, Kimmich. Into Lima. Cross it, bro. Olise. This is Kimmich. Kimmich into the box. I'll call it, man. Honestly, from here, I think I'll call it. Bayern are not gonna come back. I think I'll just call it from here, man. So Kim Min Jae is also coming on, So Stanisic is off to be replaced by Alfonso Davies. So Tan Stanisic are coming off to be replaced by Kim Min Jae and Davies. Alfonso Davies. Back with Noah, Pamecano. Oh, start taking off. Is he injured or what? Nice run from Lima. This is Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. Nice. Wonderful defensive challenge from Zaire Emery. Alfonso Davies into Luis Diaz. Saved by Safonov. It was straight at him, man. I think Luis Enrique will have to make the changes now. Honestly, he'll have to make the changes because Marquinhos, you can clearly see out there he's avoiding to make any challenges because he doesn't want to be booked and, of course, miss the first leg. So maybe you should just take them off now. You can't take them off now. But I don't think Zabani and Luca Hernandez are that bad. Is Pavlovich. Is Olise. 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 Shoot Olise. Straight at Safonov. I told you it's over, guys. I think this one's over. This one is over. I'll just call it, man. This one's over. Because all the shots are just straight at Safonov. All the shots are just straight at him. One of the easiest saves that he'll ever have in a game, man. Seems like Bayern have more or less run out of juice. Bayern are running out of juice, man. They just need to find two goals from somewhere just to even it up on the night. Will they be able to do so? I don't know. Will they? Yeah, we'll see. Picked up by Due. Due trying to get away from Kimmich. Oh, what a skill from Kimmich, from Due rather, to get away from Kimmich. Pacho just clears the ball out of play, man. Picked up by Musiala. So that was actually Luis Diaz. Look at that, man. Due, man. Left Luis Diaz and Kimmich for dead, man. Eish, Due, man. Is Kimmich, Alfonso Davies. His career has clearly been hampered by injuries, man. Feel sorry for him, man. He's a good player. So that injuries have been his biggest Achilles heel. Picked up by Olise into Upamecano. Bakola into Kravashkelia. 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 Due! Oh, side netting. I thought he scored. Yeah. I thought he scored, man. Hey, close control from Kravashkelia, man. Kept the ball away from two Bayern players, man. Musiala being hustled by João Neves. It's now with Alfonso Davies. Kiminjai into Pavlovich, into Kane. Kane, Olise, Olise, Olise. It's a half cleared by Kravashkelia. It's picked up by Kimmich. Better be careful, man, because Olise, poor pass, man. Hey, Olise today, man, not at the level that he was, especially in the first leg and also in the second leg against Real Madrid. Today he's been off it, man. Today Olise has had an off day. Pamecano, this is Kimmich, this is Luis Diaz, Luis Diaz, Luis Diaz to the box. Too high for Kane. Nobody following it up, man. Cleared by Fabian Ruiz. Like I said, I think I'm gonna call it, man. I don't think Bayern. Maybe if they are to get a draw on the night, But winning this time, I don't know. I don't think so. Olise into the box. Cleared by Pacho. It's out for a corner. Hey, Olise today, man. Olise into the box. Punched away by Safonov. I don't know why it didn't just, yeah, like hold on to the ball, man. I don't know why he opted to punch rather than just collect it and ease the pressure off his defenders and his teammates. This is Lima. Lima into the box, cleared by Pacho. This Pacho has been everywhere, man. Alfonso Davies, mistake at the back. Bacola, took three to stop him, man. Wow, seriously. How is Bacola able just to sneak in like that? Kim Min Jae coming through and just going past us, didn't even get a hold of the ball, man. Seriously. Took three players to stop Bacola. But that is what even the Bayern fans are like. How come three players need to stop one player? Where are the rest of the players, man? What if they get an overload on this far side? Is Mendes, Fabian Ruiz, Kravashkelia, Vitinha. This is Mendes. Mendes into Due on the far side. Due, Due, Due. Kravashkelia blocked. It's picked up by Due. Shot. Oh, it's just wide. Hey, Fabian Ruiz being taken off, huh? Fabian Ruiz being taken off. Well, the guy's being taken off. So it's Due. Due is coming off to be replaced by who? Who's replacing him? So Due and Fabian Ruiz off. Looks like Luca Hernandez. Hernandez and Beraldo coming on. So at least yeah, I think uh-huh. At least Luca Hernandez coming on is gonna now at least a little bit protect Mendes. Aquinios picked up by Pavlovic, Kim Min Jae. This is Davies. Yeah, Beraldo is also a defender. So I think Zaire Emery is still playing at right back. Beraldo is actually a central defender. So at least the PSG now having five defenders out there. Foul by Diaz, man. Because of the it's picked up a yellow card, man. Thought maybe the foul actually was supposed to be given to Bayern, but the referee was like, no, 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 no. Was it a dive or what? Check was Luis Diaz doing? Yeah, he's actually booked because of his protests. Yeah, yellow card for yellow card for Luis Diaz. Musiala off to be replaced by Jackson. So it's now a typical 4-4-2 for Bayern. Jackson. Kravashkelia! Ah! Should have buried the Kravashkelia. Kravashkelia, man. He missed his kick. He missed his kick, man. That was it. That was it. A second Bayern goal kills this off completely now. It's now done and dusted. But I think it's already over. I don't see Bayern coming back from this now. Bayern are done here, man. Vitinha with a cross into Beraldo. This is Vitinha. Vitinha. Vitinha into the box. Too high. To the far side to Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia into the box. Pamecano clears it. It's a corner. It's a corner to PSG. This one's done out here, guys. I'm sorry, guys. This one is done. Bayern fans, I'm sorry. This one is done. There's no coming back from this, Bayern. Your day is done. Your race is run. Your race is run, man. Of course, people will argue the chances, or not the chances, the penalty shout in the first half. But that's it's a bygone by now. Anyway, corner to PSG. Vitinha into the box, cleared by Kane. Now with Olise. Olise trying to launch the counter. Come on, Olise. Olise today, man. And I think he was fouled. He was off balance. And Olise today, man. I don't know what has happened. I don't know what happened to his game today. He was so good in the first leg. Especially in that game against Madrid. The second leg of the quarterfinal. Is Alfonso Davies, followed by Bradley Barcola. It's going to be a free kick to PSG. Maybe these are the moments where players need to stand up and be counted. If you're going to be a future Ballon d'Or winner, it's clearly a game that you're supposed to be grabbing it by the scruff of the neck and at least taking it to the opposition when it actually matters. Because doing it in the first leg, when the pressure is not really there, it's not really the same as now. Of course, in the second leg, you taking care of business. Kimmich into the box. Our referee has noticed a lot of pushing and shoving in the box. He's like, no, guys, calm it down. I'm not going to allow that. So, honestly, Olise, this is the game that should have maybe given him a much bigger shout for Ballon d'Or status. But today he's been off it, man. He's clearly been off it. Kimmich into the box. Punched away by Safonov. What a wonderful punch, man. Wonderful distance, further and further away from the goal. Recycled by Pavlovic. This is Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz, other than the first half where he was able to get the better of Zaire Emery. Zaire Emery has completely marshaled him well in this game since that period in the first half. Kvaratskhelia picks up the ball. This is Mendes. Mendes! It's just wide. I think he saw new off his line, man. And Mendes is now more or less playing as a winger. because Luca Hernandez is the one who's playing as the left back. Eh? Come on, he looks tired out there. Maybe take him off. Eh? Maybe right now you can take him off. Just protect these players from a yellow card that will deem them suspended for the final. Okay, Kang Lee is about to come on. Is that Kang Lee? Oh, so Carl is about to come on for Bayern, eh? Carl is about to come on for Bayern, man. Is he really gonna make a difference for Bayern? I don't think so. This one's done, man. Kane able to get away from Neves, but he's not as fast as Neves. And at least the referee lets the ball. Yep, yeah, foul by Kane. Because I actually handled the ball, huh? Kane. Kane is frustrated, man. So we never had any shots today, huh? So Carl is coming on to replace Upamecano, huh? So Upamecano is coming off to be replaced by Lenmart Carl. Mayulu, I think, is also gonna come on. Yeah, thank you. Finally, Mendes has been brought off, yeah? So to be replaced by Mayulu. So that means that I don't think they actually changed their shape, eh? Will they? Because Mayulu is just gonna play in the same position that Mendes was playing in, the same position that he was playing. Because clearly, Luca Hernandez is the one who's playing at left back. Marquinhos has been booked. Okay, is he gonna miss the final? I don't know. Oh no, I think he's gonna miss the final. Oh, okay. Actually, no. Did they change the rules or what? Because I'm surprised that I expected maybe him to miss the final because he's been booked in 2 consecutive games. Or did they actually change the rules? I may need to take a refresher course on that. This is Alfonso Davies versus Zaire Emery. Oh my God, what the heck is Alfonso Davies doing? Just runs the ball out of play. I told you guys, as soon as the 65th minute passed, I told you, know what? I called it. I said, no, this game's done. This game is done. PSG have done the business. Bayern are now going to get a goal here. More or less looks like even if Bayern were to play until tomorrow, they're not going to get a goal. Yeah. And at least PSG going to play in that final means that at least a team that knows how to properly play football is in that final. Because if it was Bayern, I think Bayern would have found it difficult against Arsenal. What a touch by Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz! Carl! Shot blocked! Carl again! No penalty. Bayern appealing for every single thing now. Every single block is being appealed, man, as if it's a penalty. This Kravashkelia switches the flanks to Bakola on the far side. Bakola! Saved by Noah. Nice save, man. Just push it away further and further from goal, man. It's going to be a corner to PSG. And you have to look at that chance, man. What happened? Shot by Carl. It was actually blocked by his man Olise, and then Lima with the follow-up actually hit João Neves. In fact, the shot was actually going wide. Shot was actually going wide. So PSG have taken the corner. This is Mayulu. This is Zaire Emery. This is Vitinha. Vitinha. Nice. Oh, Bacola. Bacola control the ball, man. Come on, man. You need a way better fast touch there, bro. This is Jackson into Olise versus Hernandez. Olise into the box. Cleared by Marquinhos. Further cleared by Luca Hernandez. This is Bradley Bacola. Now with Olise. Olise into Jackson. Jackson. Okay, what's he doing, man? Jackson looking for Kane. Too high. Out for a goal kick. Game's over, guys. This game was over after the 60th, 65th minute. Because, like I said, Bayern needed to score a goal in before halftime, rather. They needed to get one goal back before halftime because that's the only way that maybe they would have had any chance to get at least to actually even it out on the night. Not even on the night, rather, but on aggregate. But now they gave themselves a very huge task, getting 2 goals in the second half against a much better looking, defensively shaped PSG team. Has actually kept Bayern at bay, man. Because even the chances Bayern have created, they've all been straight at the goalkeeper. They've all been straight shot straight at Sofanov. And how many minutes of added time are we gonna have? Gonna have 5 minutes of added time. This one's over, guys. This one is over. PSG are gonna make it to the final, man. Yeah, it's pretty much over now. It's over. Bayern are not scoring 2 goals in stoppage time. They need just 2 goals to even it on aggregate. They're not gonna do that. They're not. This is what you call utopia level. If you think that Bayern are gonna get 2 goals in stoppage, they have not scored a single goal in 90 minutes. How are they just gonna get 2 goals in stoppage time? Luis Diaz, okay, let's see. Diaz! It's now with Jackson. Easily picked by Safonov. Hey, wonderful play from the PSG backline today. Especially Zaire Emery, man. What a play, man. Hey, Zaire Emery. Honestly thought he'd struggle against Luis Diaz, but somehow he's pocketed him completely. Luis Diaz has not even had a single sniff. It's picked up by Mayulu, Kvaratskhelia, Vitinha, and able to play in Luca Hernandez. Picked up by Carl. This is Kimmich, Davies, Luis Diaz. This is Mayulu again. In fact, they are so confident in Mayulu's ability that they just leave Diaz to have a one-on-one. Diaz just running down a blind alley now. That's how much they trust in Zaire Emery's one-on-one ability, because he's like, you know what, just let Luis Diaz come at you, man. He's not going to do much. It's cleared by Luca Hernandez. It's pretty much a formality now. Bacola, man. Come on, Bacola. And it's over, guys. It's over. Anyway, at least the better team has won on the night. Carl's blocked. Other is tackled. Luis Diaz being tracked by Zaire Emery and also Kvaratskhelia. Nice tackle from Zaire Emery. Kvaratskhelia is brought down by Luis Diaz. It's gonna be a free kick, man. Yeah, Company, man, your race is run, man. Your race is run. Hey, what a performance from PSG. Not many people give them a chance. Honestly, for me, I backed them. I honestly knew that they had it in them to actually get past Bayern. Because many people I saw online had predicted an easy, okay, not really easy, but maybe like a 2-1 Bayern victory, or maybe 3-1. Some had even predicted Bayern taking it all the way to penalties and then winning in the penalties as well. Nobody gave PSG a chance. The same way nobody gave them a chance last season. And last season, their run to the final, remember they had actually eliminated the three English clubs. They eliminated Liverpool, Aston Villa, and Arsenal. And of course, it looks like they're going to meet Arsenal again. Harry Kane! Goal! More or less a consolation goal for Kane on Bayern. Is on Bayern. So more or less a consolation now. Nice shot by Kane, man. Nice shot by Kane, man. At least Bayern look to avoid the defeat on the night. Uh, for the first time, Pacho let him turn and just get a shot. He was not tight enough. Kane able to blast that ball into the roof of the net and actually even it on the night. But they still need one more goal just to even it on aggregate. Whoa. The PSG bench looks a bit worried now. Anyway, they just need to hang on now. Harry Kane, 14 goals, man, in 13 Champions League games. Ah, yeah, yeah. Come on, PSG, just hang on, man. Oh, actually, Bayern are looking to preserve a record. They've actually scored in every game that they've played in this season. Wow, what a start. All the games that they have played in this season, Bayern, they have scored a goal. Olise, block, but the ball is out for a throw-in. So I think that might do it for PSG. That might actually do it for PSG. Marquinhos. We know these are time-wasting antics, guys. We know. We have seen this game for way too long now to know that these are just time-wasting antics. Yep. Luis Enrique going to play against his compatriot or what? In Mikel Arteta in the final to be the battle of the two Spanish managers. Who gets the better of the other? I think it's gonna be Luis Enrique. But anyway, Arsenal still have a chance. But anyway, at least PSG making it to the final means that football is gonna be preserved, man. Neves, the throwing forward, Olise, Bernard Carr, Harry Kane, blocked by Pacho. Yep, game's over. Full time. Full time. PSG making it to back-to-back finals for the first time in their history. Thank you. Many people had predicted this as the final that should have been, but unfortunately, only one team could win it and progress on the night, and that team is PSG. A late consolation Harry Kane goal helped Bayern avoid defeat at home, and also it preserved their record of scoring in all the games that they have played in this season. They have played around 33 Bundesliga games, German Cup games, so Champions League games, and they have scored in all those games. Wow, that's an impressive statistic, man. That's an impressive start for Bayern, man. I think I had the commentator mention that they have scored 175 goals this season. Because actually in the Bundesliga, Actually, in the Bundesliga, they actually have they gotten to 100 goals? I think they have. They have actually gotten to 100 goals. Yes. In the Bundesliga, Bayern this season have scored 116 goals. Let that sink in, guys. 116 goals in 32 games. Yeah, but let me do that division, man. 132. Oh my god. 132 divided by, sorry, 116. 116 divided by 32. That's a ratio of 3.6 goals every game. Wow. Impressive. In fact, they're almost double the team in second in terms of goals scored. Hey, so anyway, at least Bayern have preserved their record, but of course, kudos to PSG. Wonderful performance. Final is gonna take place on the 30th of May 2026. It's gonna be a Saturday, and this season's Champions League final is not gonna start in the usual time of 10 p.m., but it's gonna start at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. or 1900 hours. So that's when the game is gonna kick off. 1900 hours is when the game is gonna kick off. That's Saturday, the 30th of May 2026. PSG making it to back Champions League finals for the first time in their history, and of course, looking to defend their crown. Yeah, a crown that they won last season. That demolition job on Inter Milan. But for Bayern, unfortunately, they bow out. I can't really say that that second half that PSG looked threatened in any way. Look at the way they are bouncing up and down. Yeah, Kane looks sad, man. I feel for Kane, man. Honestly, feel for Kane. Honestly, looks sad. He looks sad. Somebody might argue that he's got tears, balancing tears, because his eyes look appear red, man. But anyway, I'd say, you know what? The better team won it on the night and also across the two legs. Because this team, if there's a team that you should never ever write off, it's PSG. Remember that last season, PSG actually finished the league phase in was it 20 on 20 in the 2023 other in the 23rd years. They actually finished the league phase in position, was it 23? And when they finished in the 23rd position, they had to actually, for them to get to the round of 16, they needed to play a playoff. And they played against Brest, whom they demolished. And then, of course, like I said earlier, from the round of 16 all the way to the semi-final, they met English clubs. They dispatched Liverpool, they dispatched Aston Villa, but actually Aston Villa are the ones that actually gave them a go, and also dispatched Arsenal with ease in the semi-final. And then, of course, in the final, demolition job on Inter. This season, they also finished. Where actually they finished? They finished outside the what? They actually finished in 11th position, and they had to. Yeah, they had to play a playoff as well, eh? Because of course the top eight of automatically qualify for the round of 16, and then from position 9 all the way down to 24, they contest a playoff. So Bayern were actually paired by Monaco. It's actually a very close game. Actually, the if you look at the at that game, at some point somebody maybe people thought that Bayern were gonna be eliminated by PSG were gonna be eliminated by Monaco, but they actually drew. They actually won the first leg away at Monaco 3-2, and they actually drew the second leg 2-2 at Parc des Princes. So they went through. And then, of course, in the quarterfinal, they met the likes of Chelsea. In fact, it was not even a contest. They won it 8-2 on aggregate. Then, of course, in the quarterfinal, dispatched a very, very low quality Liverpool team. 4-0 on aggregate. Liverpool did not even lay a glove on them, especially in the first leg. Then, of course, in the semi-final, as you can clearly see, they have also dispatched Bayern. So, they've actually had a very hard run, because they have met the champions of England. They have eliminated them. Liverpool, but of course, Liverpool have been dead this season. They have also met the champions of Germany. They have eliminated them. They have met the champions of which team? Team that they met in the round of 16. Which was this team? Why am I forgetting this team? Liverpool, Bayern. Oh, Chelsea. Oh, yeah, that's Chelsea. Chelsea, they call themselves the world champions. World champions because they won the FIFA Club World Cup, for call it the Donald Trump Trophy. So clearly, you can see that PSG have had a very difficult run to this final. And of course, like I kept on saying, this side of the draw is the one that had the difficult teams, man. It had Man City, it had Real Madrid. Okay, you'd argue Liverpool as well. Also Bayern, PSG, okay, Chelsea, not really. But see now on the other side of the draw, the only teams that appeared to at least have something about themselves are maybe Barcelona and Arsenal. So, and for Arsenal, you can honestly say that they've had the easiest run of any team to the final because playing by Leverkusen in the round of 16, Sporting in the quarter final, and then Haram football in Atletico Madrid in the semi final. So it's pretty much an easy run for Arsenal to the final. So that's why for me, I'd always said whoever wins this game between Bayern and PSG was going to win the Champions League. But of course, Arsenal still have a chance. Arsenal still have a chance to win it. But I think it's going to be difficult because this team, PSG, clearly has the players to do it, has the players to beat people one on one, has the midfielders to create for their forwards, also has their defenders to actually defend properly. Okay, Arsenal's defense is also very good as well, but it's because for Arsenal, even now they have also been called haram football. It's because for the longest time they have just been over reliant on set pieces. But like the past two games in the actually the last game against Fulham, they more or less played a good game. They played they at least trying to go on the attack. But yesterday against Atletico, you could clearly see that it was just a game of okay, whose haram football is gonna work here. And of course, as soon as they scored, Onas was now on Atletico Madrid. They more or less maybe just sat back and just played on the counter. So that's why for me, I'm still backing PSG to win the Champions League because I think the quality that they have on the pitch, especially the players, man, the one-on-one matchups there are clearly better than Arsenal's because if you have to look at pound for pound, the entire front line, Dembele versus Gyökeres. Okay, you might argue Gyökeres has a chance, but Kvaratskhelia, Trossard, or who plays on that side, or Martinelli. Of course, you're taking Kvaratskhelia any day. On this other side, Due or Saka. People would say maybe Saka, but for me, I'd say it's pretty much even. You can take either because both of them can actually do their job. So when it comes to the two of them, just pick the one you prefer. In midfield, the only person that I'd have maybe from Arsenal is maybe, would you even have Rice? No. Because I think Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, and Vitinha know how to dictate play. So honestly, maybe the person I'd only have maybe is Declan Rice, Vitinha, and Neves. And then, of course, in defense, left back, of course, Mendes. On the right, of course, Hakimi any day. Of course, at centre back, maybe Marquinhos and Gabriel, or maybe Gabriel and Saliba. Because, of course, many people tip those two, or rate those two as the best defensive pairing in the world, or maybe in Europe as well. Actually, in the world. So, anyway, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens in the final. So, book that date, guys. Final will be taking place on the 30th of May. It will be a Saturday. Yes, game will be starting at 1900 hours. 1900 hours Kenyan time. 1900 hours East African time. GMT is 1600. So I'm sure maybe by then both teams would have already wrapped up the league. Arsenal would have already won the league because it's pretty much in their hands now. They just need to, I think, win the game against West Ham on the weekend, and they'll have won the league, because I don't think Man City have it in them to challenge and, of course, now turn the tide. Unless maybe Arsenal are to bottle it, but I don't think they're going to bottle it. I think this time around, Arsenal are going to win the league, but for the Champions League, unfortunately, I'll just give it to PSG. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being part of this. Like I said at the beginning, it wasn't gonna be very fiery and end to end as it was in the first leg. But of course, the team that was to score first, especially PSG, was just maybe now to manage the game and ensure that at least they did not concede any other goal, which is what they did. And they kept Bayern at bay for all that time until the 94th minute, where actually Kane scored an equalizer on the night, but it was not enough to save his team. So PSG advanced to the final, while they will play Arsenal on the 30th of May. As always, guys, if you're going to come across this stream after it has ended, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can unlock membership on the channel. Anyway, thank you so much, guys. At least football has won today. Okay, not that Bayern also that bad, but at least PSG getting to the final means that at least football has a chance of winning, because we do not want haram tactics to win a Champions League, man. No, 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 no. We refuse, man. But anyway, we will see what happens in the final. Of course, make sure you tune in on the 30th of May. Till then, make sure you do tune in for the other watch-alongs that I'm going to do maybe between now and the end of the season. Over the weekend, have the Clásico coming up in Spain. Barca versus Real Madrid. If Barca win that game, they win the title. And also, they secure the title, rather. And also in the league, Premier League, rather, maybe I might cover a few games in the Premier League, maybe on Saturday and Sunday. So make sure you guys do tune in for that. Until then, guys, have a good evening. Take care and peace.